What's going on, folks? My name's Dwight Brown. If you don't know me already, you hopefully will know me and continue to come back and subscribe. But this channel is basically surrounded around how to wrap yourself up into being you. I think one of the biggest things that people try to do, at least on social media, is portray someone they're not. But then you got people that want to portray things and tell you about business that doesn't necessarily correlate to the day-to-day business. And I'm here to at least take you along a journey of my business along with my self-development journey and give you some tips and tricks. So branding, let's talk about branding. I think one of the biggest things that we have to understand is that branding isn't just what you say you are, but how you show off to the world who you are. So going out to places is a part of your brand. How do you show up to meetings? How do you show up to going to dinner? How do you show up to just every day-to-day process? Because I think one of the biggest, what you'll realize is that you get business from being authentically you, but to be authentically you have to understand certain parts of yourself and be that all the time. And so that means don't put on a persona that you're not. Don't dress in Gucci when you know you can't afford it realistically. Just showing up and being and dressing the part, smelling the part, looking the part will get you such a far way that you'll start to see business just attract towards you just because you're being you. And so when it comes to branding, I think not only do you have to understand that branding isn't about what you say, but how you actually live day to day, you have to act that way. And what I mean by that is go get a haircut. Go get clothes that make you look presentable. There are things that you can do and that don't cost too much money, like getting clothes. Go to Marshall's. I go to Marshall's to this day, and I don't have to. You know what I mean? And it's really not about the branding on the clothes that you're wearing. It's about how the clothes look on you. How do you step into a room and change the energy in the room simply by being you? And so branding, it almost is a part of your image. And going to the haircut, going to get a haircut, working on the way that you smell, so getting your catalog of cologne, the way you dress, the people you hang around. All of these things are cliche when they're said, but they actually work and they actually mean something. So work on the way that you present yourself, because your image is one of the biggest things that'll carry you the furthest. And when it comes to clothing and things like that, sometimes it's just your fitness. Go to the gym. I can't stress enough the amount of clients and money that has been put on the table for me simply because I'm in shape and I look good and smell good. It'll get you, it literally is just cracking the door. And if you're someone who's stuck in a 9 to 5, understand that you can get out your 9 to 5. Listen, I was putting up Coke bottles on a shelf a couple years ago, like 2 years ago. And now I run a big agency in Boston. You can do anything you put your mind to, but you have to understand that you can do it, but then you have to follow the steps that get you there. And I think image and branding yourself is number one, and because it cracks the door to success. So don't spend, if we're going to finalize this video, don't spend too much money on the things that you can't afford. Don't go to the Gucci store. Don't go to Louis Vuitton, all the designer shit. Save that shit, bro. That's when you get up in the top levels of your financial success, and then you fuck around with that. But for now, work on the things that you can achieve easily. Go to Marshall's, go to TJ Maxx, go to Target if you have to. We all don't start from the same starting place. So get your clothes right, get your smell right, get your haircut right, and always try to achieve a certain look that matches and aligns with your brand. Simple. There are things that align with my brand that don't align with you. There are things that align with you that don't align with other people's brand. So whatever works for you, do that, but then be that all the time. And so your image is such a huge part of business. Your image is such a big part of your reputation. Because even if we speak on a side note about reputation, if someone says something about you that you aren't, your brand and your reputation and image will show that you aren't. Instead of you having to sort of combat that or fight that or have to argue with somebody about it. It's kindly just, you are who you are. you show up as who you are. You don't do certain things because your image and your brand don't align with it. And once you start doing that long enough and are consistent with it, you're good, because your brand and image will fight for you without saying a word. So work on your image, find that fine spot and fine tune it almost, so that you can then walk in your light, walk in who you are, and just be who you are, because that's the only way you can achieve any sort of success in business. Is just being who you are, holding a high reputation, and having your image go through the roof and fight for you, and your reputation will follow closely behind. So I thank y'all for joining me today, and I hope you click and subscribe, and if not, join the next video. Hopefully that gets posted tomorrow. Have a good day.